Yo, what's good YouTube? It's boardzy, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the updated XM1. It now comes in white and black, and I made sure to get the white one so I knew I was getting the new one. And this mouse is nearly perfect and I am in love with it. Just gave a little kiss to it. And yeah, you can see that the saliva from my lips did not stain on the coating. And that just goes to show how good this coating is. This coating does not pick up sweat whatsoever. And I've been using it for days, and you cannot see any sweat stains on the mouse. Obviously, I didn't clean my mouse or anything. I'm not a bitch. And yeah, this new coating is really improved. It's super grippy. It's grippier than most like rubberized coatings even. It's really impressive. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the coating. The build quality is very good. 10 out of 10 build quality. No problems with the build quality whatsoever. I can be really hard on this mouse and it will hold up perfectly fine, which is something that for me personally is very important, and I'm sure for some of you guys it's super important as well. Because when I'm playing, I don't really want to have to like make sure I don't click too hard because I'm scared I'm gonna like fuck up the mouse or something, and I want to be able to slam it around. And yeah, this mouse allows me to do that with no repercussions. So the build quality is really good, and for a lot of you guys, that's probably more important than you actually value it. Now going into the clicks. Very deep, bassy sounding clicks, which sound really satisfying and are also very easy to actuate. And they do use that technology that somehow allows them to get under 1 millisecond debounce time or whatever it is. And yeah, you can't really notice it, but it's obviously cool to have. And the clicks are very light and clean in my opinion, with one of the best sounds. No pre or post travel, and no side to side wobble. Or very minimal, I should say. But yeah, overall the clicks are 10 out of 10, as they are on a good amount of mice, but not all of them for sure. Now the next thing, the scroll wheel. This, honestly, it could be a bit better. It's kind of hard to scroll. It's not a very light feeling, and the sound isn't the best, but it's a scroll wheel. At the end of the day, this isn't going to make or break your purchase. The click is probably on the heavier end, but yeah, the scroll wheel, it could be a bit better. It could be a bit bigger, maybe even protrude a bit more, but it gets the job done, no doubt about that, and it really doesn't take away from the masterpiece that is this mouse. The side buttons, they're very improved from last time. They're a lot more firm and crispy now. They used to be very hollow sounding and not very crisp, but now that has changed. And these are the perfect height for a game like Fortnite, where you need to click your side buttons and you don't really want it to affect your aim that much for obvious reasons. You can basically, my natural grip allows me to hit them without moving my thumb very much whatsoever. So the side buttons are also very good. That gets the boardzy seal of approval. And I'd say that I'm the mouse review YouTuber that values side buttons the most, because my main game is Fortnite and it isn't for them. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing for them necessarily, but if you care about the side buttons, I'm probably going to be most critical of them. So yeah, when I say they're good, you can take my word for it. So that's it for the top of the mouse, the click, scroll wheel, build quality, side buttons, and weight. Now let's go to the bottom of the mouse. We have these feet. I believe they're 99.5% PTFE, which I genuinely don't know the difference between that and 100, but these glide very well. This is a control pad, or well, it's called the control. It's not very control oriented, but they glide very well. This mouse, it's buttery smooth on my mouse pad, and yeah, overall, super good. Very solid stock feet. Some of the best on the market, if not the best. And now the cable. This is something I wanted to talk about because it is the biggest improvement that they've made since the original mouse. The original mouse, if you guys remember, came with a rubber cable. This cable, I hope you guys can see. Yeah, you can. It is as flexible, if not more flexible, than a paracord. Hold on. I actually have a paracord mouse on my desk right now. Hold on. It genuinely feels less stiff than my paracord cable. Obviously, there's not a huge performance difference between the two, but this cable is exceptional, and there is zero reason to paracord this mouse. Yeah, wait, hold on. Something's up with my S2 paracord. It's normally a bit more flexible than that. But you can see what I'm saying. It's a very flexible stock cable. And when I put this in a bungee, it feels wireless. It doesn't feel almost wireless. It doesn't feel like wireless. It feels wireless, which is something I've never said about a mouse before. Honestly, the cable, it is an 11 out of 10. It is better than good. Yeah, no way to say anything aside from that. The sensor is a 3389, and yeah, you can see the sensor light. Obviously 3389, top of the market, best sensor available right now. I've had no issues with it. It's just super good. Per usual, the liftoff distance feels fine, and yeah. You see down here you can change the hertz, the polling rate, and the DPI through this button. But default is set to 1000 hertz and 800 DPI, I believe. And yeah, that's perfectly fine for me. So overall, this mouse is made for people who use claw grips or a sort of relaxed claw or like a palm claw hybrid. And that fits me perfectly because I use a sort of relaxed claw grip. You can see my grip here where my thumbs are. My pinky is perfectly fine on this mouse because it's a very wide mouse. And for me, I value wide mouses or wide mice with high humps. And this mouse gives me exactly that, similar to the MM710. But the difference is this mouse is a lot longer than the MM710, which makes it a bit more comfortable for me and doesn't force me into the same claw grip that the MM710 did. But yeah, expect a comparison between these two in the near future, along with a lot of my other mice. But yeah, it's probably around the same width and a lot longer than the MM710. So yeah, if you like the MM710 but you want something that doesn't have as aggressive of a hump and a bit longer, this is definitely going to be the mouse for you. Along with basically any grip's going to be able to use this mouse. It's a very medium-sized mouse. I'll compare it to the G Pro Wireless. It's around the same size as the G Pro Wireless. Obviously, it has a more elevated hump, but yeah. Basically, you're going to be able to transition from any ambi mouse to this mouse and perform very well. I have 19 by 10.5 hands, and this mouse is around the perfect size for me, so you can judge from there. Obviously, if you have any questions about the shape in the comments, or just leave your question in the comments down below. But yeah, it's been boardzy. I love this mouse for $60, not even $70. This is definitely the best value you're gonna get for the amount of money you put in. It has a hyperglide like mouse feet, a 3389, a paracord. This isn't a paracord like cable. This is a paracord, and insane build quality and lightweight and solid clicks. This is definitely the budget mouse. It's not $50, so it might not be as cheap as something like the MM710 or the Model O, but it is still going to be great for anybody who's on a budget and wants a good mouse. Do I have anything else to say? Oh yeah, maybe the Razer Viper Mini is going to be a better budget mouse, but I don't know yet personally because I haven't tried it. I ordered it. It's supposed to come Monday. And yeah, it's been boardzy. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave any more questions in the comments down below. Make sure to like and sub, and have a good day.